Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing an install and review of some LED ambient lighting for the Cybertruck from Evbase. So I'll go ahead and do an unpackage real quick so you can see what's in here. Again, this is going to be for the Cybertruck on the dash. Here's your instructions, show you how to do it. There's also a QR code that you're going to need to scan when you do your install, and that's going to give you the app that you're going to need. I'll show you on my phone later in the video how to work the app and what you're going to need to do there. But again, super easy. Comes with everything that you're going to need to do the install. It should be super quick and super easy. Ultimately, what's going to happen is you've got some double-sided tape here that we're going to put underneath the lip in the dash, and this is going to stick on there. This cord is going to run into the glove box where there's a power outlet in there. And then you're going to control everything from your phone. So again, inside the box, you're going to have your LED strip here. You're going to have, what I thought was really cool is they give you this little adapter for USB. So you're going to use the USB port that's inside your glove box, but it's going to give you a bunch of extra. You're going to have 3 USB ports, which we're going to use 1 for this piece. And you're going to have extra ones along with a USB-C port as well, which I thought was really, really cool. So it comes with, again, here's going to be your little receiver piece that you're going to need. Again, then we're going to plug all this in line together. And that's it. And then the little pry tool that you're going to need to access the side. So should be a really quick, easy install. Again, I'll show you how to use it, what app you're going to need, the settings that need to go on there. But again, thank you Evbase for providing this for me. I'll see you out in the truck for 1 second, and we'll go ahead with the install. All right, we're out at the car, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy this install is going to be. So I've got everything laid out here. I'm going to use scissors. You're not necessarily going to use them. Actually, I think this is going to be longer than the strip, so you may need to use them. But I got them just to cut this. I'm going to end up just putting, because I have a display here, I'm going to end up putting tape on each side. I don't have to go all the way through. I'll show you how that's going to work in a second. But I'm going to use scissors to cut it on each side there. But you're going to start on the driver's side. You're going to want the little LED portion, this little clear tab portion, to be facing you. And ultimately what's going to happen is we're going to start on one side. We're going to continue going all the way across. And then we're going to end up at the passenger side near the glove box. And I'll show you what's going to happen over there here in a second. But I got the scissors. I got the tape here. This is actually the QR code that you're going to want to... download that app from. I'll put the app as well in the description and explain what it is. Going in this way, you've got to kind of do a little workaround to get to it. But I'll show you what app you're actually going to need and how to use it when we get there. So we're gonna use that as part of the plug. Again, we've got the adapter here that we're going to use. Here's the sensor to pick up the, looks like a little antenna to pick up the application, and then the tool that we're going to use. So again, super easy install. What I'm going to do, again, I'm going to start over on this side, and ultimately what I'm going to do is figure out right here how much I need, and I'm gonna just start this underneath here. Again, if you don't have this display, you won't have to do that. But I want this edge to be visible. I want to be able to physically see it. And I'm going to tape mine just right here. So I've got that kind of right where I want it. And then I'm going to make sure that I have the right length here. I'm going to take it all the way to the edge over here. And that's exactly where I'm going to want it right there. So now I'm going to be doing the tape. So I'll be back in 1 second, and I'll show you how to put the double-sided tape. All right, so what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take the double-sided tape here. I'm going to start at this side. I'm going to just set it right here on the edge. I'm going to take my time and work it all the way down along that edge. I'm going to stay more towards the back. And then ultimately what I'm going to end up doing, because again, I'm going to stop mine here, is I'm just going to cut the piece here. So I'm going to cut mine there. And again, ultimately, staying along this edge. There we go. And putting it there. That's all I'm going to do there. Now, before I get it completely stuck on there, I'm going to do the whole run of this to continue it all the way, and then I'm ultimately going to come back here, undo this side, and put it exactly where I want it. But I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just going to run the rest of this to the end of it. All right, so what I've done is I've got all the red double-sided tape on here, and then now I'm going to be pulling off this side. We're going to start at the driver's side. You can see I've already got it started. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Again, if you don't have the monitor, it's going to be a lot easier. But because I have the monitor, I'm going to have to kind of work this piece in here. And you just literally stick it right where you want it. Which I'm just making, if you look at this lip, I'm just making the LED just visible right there. Once it's right where you want it, then you literally just push up, stick it on there, and you're done. So if you look over here, you can see that side's already all installed. And that's how easy it is. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be taking off the red tape over here and going all the way across. And I'll show you at the end when I'm completed there, and I'll show you how to do the wiring. I'll be back in 1 second. All right, you can see I'm finishing out over here. Again, just getting it right where I want it and then pushing up. Super sticky. It's gonna stay right there. And that's it. So you can kind of see that lip. There's a couple areas under there that you could put it. I just thought it was going to be really cool that you could actually see the light right here. So take your time, make sure it's lined up, and that's it. So you got this wire here, and what ultimately is going to happen is we're going to get this into the glove box. So I'm going to open my glove box real quick and kind of show you what we're going to be working with. If you can look down into the glove box, I'll show you here. If you look down in there, this piece here, we're going to pull out. This is a USB drive, and it's what comes factory from Tesla. And what we're going to do is, if you want to hold that real quick, is we're going to take the piece that they provided for us, and we're going to plug in we're going to be plugging in this piece here. I put the factory USB into the piece they provided, and then I put this piece here plugged into it as well. And then ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into there. It's a super small space. Trying to get under there so it makes sense for you. But I'm going to take this and plug it in. And I may have to, it's such a small space and I can't see with the camera there. I'm going to come back in 1 second and show it to you plugged in. Okay, so here's what it looks like plugged in. You can see there's a little blue light on there. Here's the factory piece that we took off. And here's this connector here that we've plugged in there as well. And that's all that we're going to be plugging in there. And I'm just going to let these sit in here for now. I'm probably going to come back and zip tie everything up. But for now, I'm probably just going to leave it. I really don't ever use the glove box. I'm never in there. So I may just leave it just hanging there. But what ultimately is going to happen is I'm going to be taking this piece here. We're going to plug this in here. And then the other end here is going to plug into this piece here. So I'll be back in 1 second, and I'm going to show you how to get this wire into the side here and get into the glove box. Okay, so this is the piece that we're going to take out. I've already pried it open to get back behind here. Again, you got these two here and these two here. That's going to come out. And all we're going to do is we're going to take this wire, we're going to slide it back there, and you're literally not even going to be able to see it over here. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. That's it. And this is going to come through here, and we're going to just kind of tuck it back behind here, and we're going to be in the glove box. It's that easy. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. You'll be able to see this LED light up. Again, I'm going to come back in here and zip tie this all up and make it clean. You can see it's starting off. It's starting up and how cool it is. There's a ton of different settings that you can do, but that literally is how easy that install is. So I'm going to close this up now. Again, I'm going to come back and tidy all that up in there. But the glove box, because I don't ever use it, I'm going to just kind of leave all this stuff in here once I get this down in there. Okay, so this is the piece that we're going to take out. I've already pried it open to get back behind here. Again, you got these two here and these two here. That's going to come out. And all we're going to do is we're going to take this wire, we're going to slide it back there, and you're literally not even going to be able to see it over here. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. That's it. And this is going to come through here.
Okay, what you're going to do here is select the Magic Lantern app. Once that opens, you're going to want to hit the top right-hand settings button. Once you hit that settings button, go to Pixels, select Pixels. Once this screen opens here, type in 1000. Once you type in 1000, hit Done, and then OK. Then go back up to the settings at the top right-hand side again, open up Settings. Once you've opened up Settings, go to Modify Pin Sequence, select that. Once that opens up, make sure it's on RGB and hit OK. Once you've done all of this, then your app should work perfectly with your new LED setup.
All right, so I know I said I was going to show you a bunch of different options and how to work it and all that sort of stuff, but after getting into it, you could sit there for hours. There's so many selections that you can do. I'm keeping mine like this for a while because it's super, super cool. But you can literally change that LED setting to whatever color, solid you can do. I mean, there's so many options. There's literally hundreds, if not thousands of different options you can set it to. But this is what it looks like. Just wanted to show everybody after it's all installed. Super, super cool, super, super easy to put on. Hope that everybody enjoyed the video. If you would like to purchase this light or anything from Evbase, I'm going to be putting a link down below. You can use my code for huge discounts. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.